I'll go for it.
I'm raring to go. I got so much to talk about. I'm very excited.
Okay, that's going to stay in. Hello, everybody. Welcome to RP2 Continue. Now, Rich thought it was going to be RP2 Continue, but that sounds like, you're talking like it. So we're going to call it RP2 Continue, as in, is that Tekken? It's Tekken, isn't it? Continue.
Yeah.
Continue.
I think that's on brand. So Rich isn't here today because we've sacked him or eaten him or something like that. But we're going to take the reins. We're going to give this podcasting like a go. We've all done this before. We've done this for years. Well, we haven't done it for years, but we used to do it for years. And now we're going to do it for some more years. There's been a break, but we're back. So, hello, I'm Lee. And over there is a Ross. Hello, Ross.
Hello. I'm in full mode today. Look, I can move without juttering and I can talk and everyone can see me properly.
Ross has upgraded from Windows 7 to Windows Vista, and he has now got some frame rate. So we can actually see what he looks like in real life. He doesn't look like a series of oil paintings.
Terrifying, isn't it? So go back to the old ones.
Speaking of oil paintings, we have Elle.
Thanks. Hi.
Elle's surrounded by Murloc as well. Is this the one from EGX?
It is, yeah.
We went to, what's that, 2015?
Oh, yeah. It was a hot minute ago.
I saw the picture on my Instagram this week and we all look so young.
Oh, don't. So
what happens in years, everyone?
Youthful.
So this is going to be a bit different to what we normally do. As in, normally we have just done an episode once and that's apparently normal. But this week, we're going to do something a bit different in that we're just going to have a bit of a chat and find out, I don't know, what we've been doing and what we've been playing. I'm going to go first because what I've been playing is nothing. So mine's going to be a little bit shorter and sweeter, and I'm going to kind of lean on you two for a bit of filler. But I have got a couple of things I want to show. I wanted to know what your thoughts were on things like this. I'm holding up for podcast listeners. This is a Turbo EverDrive. I'm going to hold it closer to my eyes so it's in focus.
Focused, nice.
This is for a PC Engine. It's an SD card loader for a PC Engine. But I've got another one here that I bought recently. This one is for, again, with the eyes. This is for a Nintendo DS, a game loader for a DS. So do you have any, let's start at the beginning. What systems would you consider retro that you own right now? Elle first.
Oh my goodness. In my attic. I guess can we consider a PlayStation retro now?
Yes, definitely.
An original Nintendo Game Boy.
Oh yeah.
An original.
Did you get the batteries out?
Well, yeah, because they were like proper huge, like AA in the backs.
Yeah.
But the adventures we went on, man, so many road trips, as they say, in the back of the car. I get car sick. Do not care. I suffered to play Pokemon. The grip that had on kids in the 90s. There were so many good handheld gaming consoles, obviously back then. Retro, I fear that the majority of my early gaming years were on a PC. So there is that. I didn't get into consoles until a little bit later. Obviously, Game Boy, then PlayStation, Xbox, and then iteratively through those. I did get a Nintendo Wii. I don't know whether we also consider that retro, but it does have some classics on it.
Straddling the line, I think.
I fear that technology goes too quickly these days. But I think my first proper game was MechWarriors 3 on the PC, other than like Final Fantasy 7. Not quite sure which one came out first, but those ones are the two biggies.
So wind back to your Game Boy. Did you customize it? Was this is it stock and in pristine condition?
God, no, I was a kid dragging that around, scraping it off things, dropping it. No, that's not in pristine condition. Absolutely not.
Now you can reshell them now. So would you consider, playing something like that again and getting a multi-cartridge that you could plug into that and play your old favourites again?
Don't tell Nintendo, but
It's a thing.
there are people who have made emulators.
Yeah, but the original hardware, the
I
real
know,
thing.
there's something tactile about it, isn't there? I definitely would. I love the clunkiness of it. I think there's something to be said about the endearing nature of clunky tech. Chunky
boys.
Oh,
So I've got what is this one called? This is the Game Boy
Colour?
Slim, small, color. No, I don't know if it is a color.
Yeah.
It is a color. Yeah.
yeah.
That's the only. That's the earliest Game Boy I've got. I've got various other handhelds, but and various other Game Boys, but I haven't got one of the. I think it's the DMG is the original, but I would quite like one of those.
The green screen, big white thing, red buttons. Yeah.
Big.
Get that down. Get the screen replaced with an IPS.
Well, yeah, it's going to be difficult to get the screen out probably because I wasn't too careful when I was younger, and I hated admitting that something had gone wrong. But the screen did pop off at one point. We super glued that baby back in there like new.
Okay, so the glue's retro. That's okay. It's still retro. What about you, Ross? What's in your attic that you don't want to get down and put nice things in?
It's probably a Super Nintendo up there. But sort of within playable reach, there's a 360 in my daughter's bedroom, which came out in 2005. So 21 years, that's pretty old at this point. And I'm pretty sure I've got a PSP somewhere. There's the PSP before the Vita.
Yes, that was the original handheld from Sony, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I've got somewhere.
With the little UMD discs.
Yeah, the little discs.
Yeah. My hands are too big to play those consoles.
Yeah. I had exactly the same problem. I got big old mitts as well.
So I can't play the Wii.
Bought me. This was one of the best Christmas presents I ever had. She bought me a white PSP in the release year. It was just it turned up. I had no idea that she was buying it. Yeah. And I opened it on Christmas morning. Oh my God, look at this thing. This looks amazing. Turned it on. I had there was a puzzle game on it with balls. Lumiere or
is it the one with the
Lumines, that's it.
Yeah. I've got
such a good game. Turned that on, it looked so impressive. The screen was gorgeous, sound was brilliant. And then after about 25 minutes or so, my hands just turned into arthritic claws. And I could just never play it again. It was a completely wasted present on me.
Yeah, I've got the same problem. Same with the Switch as well. The gamepads are just too small.
Oh, but you can take the Joy-Con
controller
out.
Attachment. But it's just the buttons are too close together. I'm so used to now playing a Xbox Series X, whatever controller, that those small, tiny ones just can't do it.
Switch Pro controller is pretty good for our hands. I got through quite a lot of
Switch 2 was so expensive.
Also, why would I want to buy a console that they can just brick at any time they want? Right? Oh, we don't like you. You don't give us enough money.
But my Switch isn't exactly factory standard, let's say.
We won't tell them.
I took a soldering iron to it. I did break it. To be fair, I did break it, but then I fixed it, which is kind of on brand. So that's okay.
Well,
I've got one other thing to show off here, and that is my creamy colon.
Yes!
Content warning. We need content warnings all over this.
No,
it's all right. It's after 3 minutes. Well, it does. I mean, that's just a typo, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
This is what from one of my very, very kind patrons sent me a package. I'm fixing his console, so he sent me some stuff. This is all from Japan, and we've got. I think this is Elle's favorite, the cheesy fish sticks.
Yeah, cheesy like mentaiko's like a big flavor.
Okay.
Yeah, and cod roe, like you get them in like the sacks. It's nice. Look, don't knock it till you try it.
But is it though?
Yeah, I like it. You get like really interesting instant meals. I know, but you don't like cheesely.
It smells like a jock strap.
Well,
Probably tastes similar.
But I can't stop smelling it for some reason. I just can't stop smelling it. I'm not eating any. I'm definitely not eating any now. Okay, so that's me done. I'm short and sweet this week.
Well, you've released 2 videos as well on your channels. I've watched both of them.
I have.
I had no idea what was going on, but I watched them regardless.
Well, one with I shared one with you, which was me eating cheesy fish sticks and creamy colons. Huh? Pardon?
And the whiskey jellies.
The whiskey jelly, which I found out afterwards, is actually alcoholic.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, 5%
No wonder
alcohol.
you love them.
I'm not supposed to drink alcohol. So yeah, I didn't.
You weren't drinking it.
Definitely didn't drive. Yeah, it's all good. No, that didn't happen.
What else have you released this week then on your channel? Because there's on both channels.
What came out on? Oh, there was. It's just my usual repair videos. Saturdays is when I release a fixing video on More Fun Fixing It every Saturday, almost every Saturday. I think I missed maybe 2 weeks in the last 2 years on the fixing channel. But I also released something on Wednesday. What did I release on Wednesday? I've actually forgotten.
King of content over here. So much. Remember it.
Releasing too many videos.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh my goodness.
I'm looking at YouTube Studio right now. Right. Anyway, seamlessly, there will be a cut there, and
I
released a bonus video, which was an unboxing video, which is all the PC Engine stuff that I've got to repair. Actually, one of them. Oh, can I show you that now? This is incredibly cool. So, I'm going to have to audio describe this for audio listeners. This is a PC Engine briefcase. It's got a broken clip on it, but I can just, I'll take the top off and then show you what's inside.
Like millennial grey, which seemed to be the grey of the time in the 90s.
Wow.
Oh, yellowed with age.
Yes, that's slightly urine yellowed, but this is a PC Engine and a CD-ROM. That is how you say it. It's a CD ROM, because it actually says CD-ROM squared. It's got the 2 next to it, and that's how you pronounce it. And it's in an interface unit. This whole thing, these just pop out, and that's a console on its own, and that's a CD player on its own, and then you plug them in together, and they become the first gaming or console gaming CD system. This was. So I've got to fix that.
Fancy.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So that was in my video on Wednesday. So, but my brain. So that was what I was working on like 7 days ago. Now my brain's all invested in what I've been editing today and what's coming up, and I've got some really cool stuff coming up actually.
So a little look behind the curtain then of your other channels. Why not? Rich is not there to stop us. What? How far ahead are you recording content and stuff? Are you weeks ahead, or do you record a sort of a week before and then that comes out on the Wednesday and Saturday? Or
it depends. There's been a lot going on over the last few weeks, so I've been recording videos in the week before I release them. But in a normal month, I will record, say, 3, 4, or 5 repair episodes, so that I've got stuff banked for the next month. And then I'll work on main channel stuff, which hasn't really worked out so well, but it is getting better. The scripted and produced and heavily produced videos on the main channel just takes so much longer to make.
Really?
On a fixing video, if I can fix something in, say, a couple of hours, it takes me 2 hours to record it. And then it takes me, another 2-3 hours to do the editing and get it all up on YouTube and do the description, the thumbnail and everything. And I can do it easily in half a day, one video. So It's not so bad.
I guess when you're trying to hit something and you have an idea in mind, you might need to do a few takes to get it. That's
On the scripted
problem.
stuff, there's a lot of stuff that gets cut out.
A lot of takes.
Yeah, it's difficult when you're recording something. I'm generally making something on the More Fun Making It, and I'll show you something that I made. I made this.
Ooh. That's cute.
It's a ZX81 with a mechanical keyboard.
I do love a crunchy
3D printed case. Yeah, it's a really nice. I put in really, really nice switches in this as well. I think they're great.
I had to change out my mechanical keyboard from when we were podcasting last because people didn't like me click-clacking.
Yeah. So making stuff is fun, but recording it is really, it's hours and hours, and it's days and days and days just to record it, and then editing it is difficult, and then you have to do the whole writing a voiceover, recording the voiceover, and then splicing that into it, and it's a lot more complicated. But it's good fun. I really enjoy it. It's good fun.
It's good. You've got a hell of a little community going on as well.
You popped into the Retro Hardware Discord. That's fantastic, actually. I can't keep up with it. For the first, say, I don't know, just over 1,000 members, I would read every single message in that Discord, everything.
Wow.
I would make sure I kept up with everything. Now it's just, I've got like a sea of white channels where there are unread messages, and every now and then I just go, Marcus read all of it.
You have to.
Yeah, I've got a lovely team of moderators that keep an eye on things for me. Just the best people as well. They are brilliant. Really helped me out. I couldn't do it without them. So,
go to El.
Who's going to go first?
On what? El's got things to talk about.
El's got. El's bursting at the seams. So, El, what have you been up to? Is this in just the last 6 days, or is this something that you've banked up to talk about? Have you got stuff over the last? It's like 3 years since we recorded, isn't it?
It's been
we got content.
84 years. I do have quite the back catalogue of games that I could wax lyrical about.
Nice.
In terms of games that I've played, potentially we can talk about Still Wakes the Deep. I don't think we've spoken about this.
Like
it's
the title.
an interesting one. However, before I go into that, have either of you watched any of the State of Plays or the Summer Fest of games? Any of the new release? This is my guilty pleasure, right? I love an advert. I love a good advert. The art of a good advert is, they don't make them like they used to. Let's just say something. So there are a lot of games to be excited about that are coming down the track. Now, I was going to bring this up when Rich is around, but he's not here. And I know that he won't listen to this, so I can talk about it and it'll still be a surprise to him.
He doesn't listen to podcasts, so it's fine.
Yeah, he doesn't. It'll be fine. Until Dawn 2 is coming out. So for people who enjoyed Until Dawn, do be excited. A second entry into the IP is coming along.
Big fan of that one.
It's, do you know what? It was such an iconic of its moment game. I think they've sometimes dropped the ball. I think we were talking about it last time, where, or at least I've spoken to loads of people about the Dark Pictures anthology that they came out with, all of the games where they do very well at the start and then they kind of drop the ball for me at the end. In terms of sticking with a horror theme well enough.
Starting stories is easy, finishing them
it's
so much harder.
It is hard. And that is a hard task to do. They've done really well with Until Dawn. They did really well with The Quarry. Really loved The Quarry. However, the Man and Madame just didn't do it for me. Neither did The House of Ash. However, very excited for Until Dawn 2. That's something to look forward to. For those of you who liked Alien Isolation,
Yes.
There is a second one coming our way. Be prepared to be scared.
Did anyone play it in VR?
Do you know what? I saw someone go to sleep in it in VR.
Oh, in a locker?
No, I'm just going to lay here with Alien VR or Alien Isolation on my VR.
In Alien Isolation?
Yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't sound right at all. That was one of the ones I just noped out of just seeing the alien come. I was hiding in the locker, looking through peering through the grill in the door, and yeah, then the teeth appeared. No, hate it.
Scary ass game.
The first half an hour of that game is pure gold. Pure gold in terms of like theme and the atmosphere of it. I absolutely love it. So I'm very excited for a second.
So if Rich was here, he would be telling us all about how he played it. I think it was at EGX. I don't think it was in VR. It might have been in VR, but he was just doing a challenge that they had going on the floor with Alien Isolation, and he just barreled through the whole level like he usually does in every single game that he plays.
He does.
Until he hits the exit, and then all of the bad guys are basically like, well, we weren't programmed for this. What's going on? You aren't supposed to behave this way.
Speed running Alien Isolation.
Just go. Yeah, he's parkour. Running for it.
Parkour.
In the same franchise, I really enjoyed Alien Fireteam, which is where you get 3 players. So I had 2 friends that would play Alien Fireteam with me. And you play as these Marines who go into these lovely situations and weapons free, right? You love to kill some aliens. I know I have a lot of fun. I think you can choose your view. It's been a little while since Fireteam came out. I don't know whether I did over the shoulder or first person.
Right.
I'm really weird sometimes. Sometimes I'm better with like over the shoulder with aiming. Don't ask me why, but
wouldn't it be good to have a cover shooter? A cover shooter would be quite good in the Alien universe, I think.
It was really enjoyable working as a team with like limited resources and doing resource management, because I love a bit of resource management.
Did you spreadsheet?
No, I did not spreadsheet. It's only in these like isolated levels. There's I bought like the DLC for it, which gave you a couple of extra levels. I do feel the content that they released in Fireteam was a little bit limited, but it was still a lot of fun. Very limited like replayability, but it's playing with your mates. So it's like any of the like shooty bang games that we've got recently, because I know Helldivers and the Starship Troopers one. I played both Helldivers and Starship Troopers, and they are very fun, but they're of their moment, right? You get into the zone, meme a bit, it's a good time. So you could only play with 2 other people, which is a little bit of an odd thing for me. Like normally I'm used to multiplayers being like around 4 people. So the trailer for Fireteam 2 dropped, and they did a very cool trailer. Kudos to them. I really enjoyed it because it introduces the concept that, oh my gosh, you can add an extra person now. You can do 4-player co-op. Oh, marvelous. Really looking forward to that. Do you know, there's so many good like indie games that were teased and loads of bits and pieces.
There's a new Silent Hill, Townfall. Did you see that?
Townfall.
Yeah.
I did. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm going to wait to play it. I'm going to wait to play it.
Silent Hill meets Firewatch, isn't it? Is that the...
Yeah. Like,
Silent Hill walking simulator.
Do you know, that would relax me. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm here with the fog and the monsters. We're having a good time. It's always touch and go because again, some of these games can be a bit Marmite for people. But the Silent Hill game that was on the Wii, the Nintendo Wii, is it Shattered Memories? Can't remember off the top of my head. but like really Marmitey. It really hit for some people. It really didn't hit for others. But I really enjoyed. There's like segments of the game where you're talking to like a therapist. She's like, oh, color in the picture and do the perfect family, and you're there coloring away, make this nice house, and you eventually get to the house, and the house is the color that you've drawn in this session, and the people are wearing like clothes in the colors that you've drawn on them, and I'm like, oh my god, it's really cool. If you sit in this therapist's office and you don't pay attention to the therapist, you're looking at the alcohol like behind them. There's like alcoholic themes that get brought into the game, and like there's so many interesting like things, tchotchkes, Easter eggs that are in this game. But it does fall down in like, oh, the monsters just chase you, and there's only one kind of monster, and it's far more psychological in other ways. So sometimes it hits, sometimes it misses. I want to see what it's like before I pass judgment, because this is one of my like ride or die franchises, and I adore it to pieces. And I would love to see them do a good entry again after Silent Hill F, because I really enjoyed Silent Hill F. But I'm always there. Ooh, I'm going to temper myself. I'm not going to get on the hype train. I've been hurt before.
You don't want to judge in advance, but I'll do it for you, because I'm just not going to play it. Like I haven't played any of the other ones because I'm a bit wet that way, really. Have you got any other gems to tempt us with that aren't, going to terrify me? I mean, if a game has got its own therapy session built in, it's just not going to be for me, really, is it?
There's actually some really good classics that I saw pop up. So when I was growing up, I really loved playing Spyro.
Yes.
My
wife still plays it.
Oh, nice. Well, they've got like a new Spyro.
On the Switch?
No.
It's on the Xbox Game Pass.
Before.
All right, sorry.
Yeah.
Mine was in the early days. But the early days of Spyro. But they've got like a new entry into their franchise. Great. Love it. Love to see old classics. There's the contentious entry into the God of War series. Because of course, I love to hear the complaint. Oh, it's going to be so gay to play looking at this one. Maybe for me it will be, but I don't think it will be gay for a middle-aged man to be looking at a woman. No. Call me crazy.
Yeah, definition not gay, that, I think, isn't it?
I think that may be the opposite, but
of all the markers, that's not one of them.
And I'm so sad for the people who've obviously had like quite a knee-jerk reaction to it. Like I can kind of understand on the one side, because I got very upset with like Masters of the Universe, and I'm like, where's my He-Man? Not the new film. I've not seen that. That's another kettle of fish. But I can understand on one side, but maybe given the last two games and Faye's been such like an integral part of like the story and the narrative, like give it a chance, man. You never know. Like you might really enjoy it. And I don't want people to be like denying themselves the opportunity to have a really involving and engaging game just because of one thing. It's like, she's a woman, but have you seen her kick ass? Like, play the last two games and listen to like the story that Kratos like lays down, right? This woman is a badass. Like he married her, right? And got busy. But like Kratos. Like he's like proper mad for Faye. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm probably going to pre-order it. I think the last couple of games in the God of War series have been narratively just spot on. Like game of the year for me when God of War came out, and that's me saying it. And I'm not necessarily someone who's like, I need the testosterone in my games. But yeah, they were so good, so emotionally like mature. What a brilliant like journey of Kratos, like getting to like navigate grief and parenthood and all these kind of cool, complex things in a really enjoyable game. So I'm looking forward to the next entry, and I hope other people can push things aside and enjoy it too.
I think it will do
definitely.
just fine. There's going to be that small minority that are making a big noise about things, but they are just a minority. You know, they're just to be ignored, really. Don't worry about them. Enjoy your game, and that's all that really matters.
Exactly.
Do you have any more, or should we move on to Mr. Rostfer?
Well, Ross, do you want to talk about something? Because I could keep going.
We can always come back to you.
Yeah, we'll come back to it in a minute. I've played a game this week, but I've also just on GameSpot, and the main headline is the new Lara Croft looks hot, and that's okay.
Well, she's always been a hottie. Like
exactly.
Even when she only had like 3 polygons.
Even when she was like the proper, what is it? Like the 70s, like go bra.
Yeah.
For the audio listeners. I made a triangle shape with my hands. Yeah, like she's always had it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the release of the new Lara Croft game, which is another remake of the original, the second remake of the original.
Is it just the second? It feels like there's been 4 or 5.
That's what I thought.
Question. Here's a very important question. Can you lock a butler in a fridge?
Probably not these days. Probably not anymore.
That's the hallmark of the best Lara Croft game.
It's getting too PC. If you can't lock a butler in a fridge, then the world's gone mad.
The world's gone mad.
But yeah, I want to say played. I haven't really played. I've experienced a game called Mixtape, which is on Xbox Game Pass.
Right.
New to it last week before, I think, a couple of weeks ago. Which is sort of set in the 90s. Your 3 friends. You're experiencing sort of your last night before the main
Blur
goes off.
And Oasis as well.
Well, the soundtrack, Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Iggy Pop, Joy Division, The Cure, like
wow
soundtrack. Yeah, it's based around, each sort of chapter is based around a song, and they relive sort of memories of things they've done, like nights out or being chased by the police. It's very much a
rewind the tape
style.
Oh, okay. So it's like an adventure, graphical adventure with multiple choices.
You press the right button at the right time. But one of the things in there, you have to rewind the tape. You put a pencil in the thing and you spin it around. You have to rewind it. Yeah. And I was playing this when Molly was watching. She's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "This is what we used to have to rewind tapes. You can just skip back on Spotify. You have to rewind."
Yeah.
If the tape came loose. I've only played a little bit. I'm sort of 3 chapters in. I'm really enjoying it so far. I love games that have got a solid soundtrack, and that is my music. Like The Cure and Smashing Pumpkins, I'm all over that. So, yeah, it's really good so far. I hope it continues to be really good. I'll see where it goes. I'll give you an update next time. But I don't think it's a massively big game. It's sort of an indie type game, but it's scored incredibly well. Sort of 9 out of 10s, 5 out of 5s, 10 out of 10s on IGN.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really, really highly rated. So,
sorry, did you say this was Game Pass?
Yes, it's on Game Pass. So it's probably on PC as well, I think. Windows, Xbox. It's available on PlayStation and Nintendo as well.
Okay, so I need to get Game Pass again. I haven't had Game Pass for a while, but there's a new Forza that I need to play. So
yes, I've played a lot of that as well.
What Forza 6?
Forza. Yeah.
Oh, give me a little bit of the skinny on Forza 6, please.
Well, we're in Japan now. Japan is the scene for Forza 6.
Hang on. Japan is where you buy your creamy colon.
And your whiskey jellies.
And your whiskey jellies.
Do we need like a sponsored content bit on this when we release it on YouTube?
Product placement.
Sponsored by Creamy Colon.
That's our secret, Ross. We're never sponsored.
Yeah. No, true.
There's got to be a podcast title in there somewhere.
Never sponsored, yeah. We will sell out, happily sell out. If anyone wants to give us some money, we will take it. We'll push your products as far as you want us to push them.
I'm like, the one thing we have is our integrity. They can never take it away.
Do you know where's great? Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. It's great for holidays, I've heard.
Oh, okay. Right.
But yeah, so Forza 6, you're in Japan. One of the sort of, you do series of races to get to events, and one of the events is you race a Gundam. As he's sort of skating through the level and then flying around, like he turns into a jet and flies around, and then you're racing right to the end as he sort of, not to spoil it, but he crashes as you just pip into the line. It's so well done. The set pieces are just amazing. I've just made it up into the mountain, so racing around Mount Fuji, proper drift, sort of Colin McRae-esque rally sort of racing. It's really good. You'll really enjoy it, Lee. If you've liked the previous ones, it's just more of the same.
Just one of my favourite series ever, and I think it's one of the best feeling games as well. As long as it's got that, that feel of speed and control as well. I think it's just one of the best games that you can play on a gamepad that allows you to feel the car. It's just I love it. I know it's not realistic. I know it's not Gran Turismo or whatever, but it's just so much fun and so
fun.
Visceral. Fun.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what you want from a game. Yeah,
exactly. No, that's what
you're not having fun. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
So that's sort of what I've played recently. But I'm enjoying it. So Forza's good.
Okay, Elle, I'm going to come back to you because I really haven't got anything. I don't know. I could just randomly pick something up and start talking about it, but then I'm going to start losing content for my
collected.
Okay, go on then.
So
give us another one.
Speaking of Gundams, there's a Gundam game coming out. It reminded me. I do like games where you get to play in a big mech again. Hailing from the Mech Warriors 3 game. So I will purchase this game if you bring me combat either with giant monsters or in a big robot. Sign me up. Shinji, I will get in the robot, get out of my way. This could be from my early years of just absolutely mainlining like Neon Genesis Evangelion. I'm like, oh, big robot. I love it. So that'll be big. That'll be big. There's loads of games to be excited about. If you haven't seen the announcements, like do have like a quick cursory browse, particularly if you've got like games where you're like, oh, I really like this developer. If you've been traumatized by Spiritfarer, the team that made Spiritfarer are making a new game. I think they're doing something a little bit different. Thank God, because I don't think I've emotionally recovered from Spiritfarer. But a game that I've played that I would like to talk about, Still Wakes the Deep. Oil rig, Scottish people, eldritch horrors. The voice acting for this game, I will preface with, is immaculate. It's so well produced. The writing is so good. The way that this scenario is introduced, top tier. I feel like they have a really good nail on atmosphere, building tension. It's such a well-crafted game. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. There are watery bits that I had to push myself through.
Not a fan of water.
Water is one of the last bastions of horror that still make me uncomfortable. But what a game! What a cracking surprise of a game! Because I never thought that something like this would come out. I was a little bit out of the blue. There's some really interesting topics that are explored in it, but they don't detract from the eldritch horror element. You play it's been a little while since I've played it, but you play as an electrician who's on one of these rigs, who has gone out there against the wishes of his partner. His partner's like, oh, you've got to stay home and fix it. Someone's insulted her. He's smashed them over the head or something, kicked their teeth in, and he's basically running from the police. He's like, I ain't fucking dealing with this. I'm going to my oil rig. I'm going to get paid. Is it McCready? McCready, get to my office.
Kaz McCready.
And there is a really interesting like layers of character development with this very everyday person, and again, small stories, we love small stories, is introduced into this very high stakes like non-Euclidean scenario in which he has to choose the most unselfish choice that one could ever be forced to make. And it is fascinating to see the lead up to this person making the ultimate sacrifice in order to keep the people that he loves and the people at home safe. What a romp!
So I'm reading the synopsis now. There's a monster. Is it the monster that is sort of after you?
Well, so oil rig drilling down, and it hits something. Spoiler alert, it ain't oil. And this is not to say that it is the same as, but it has similar vibes in terms of its effect on people when you think about Dead Space, and the artifact. I can't remember the specific word for it, but it tends to like warp people. So it makes people turn into monsters. So there's a really good part which is quite near the front of the game where you see someone go down in a diving bell to have a look and see, the drill stopped working, like why? They send him down. He does not come back the same man.
I'm sure this was an X-Files episode.
Well, that's the thing. So there's only so many stories that we can tell. However, the way that it's packaged and told can be very different. And I feel that it does borrow from classics. There's always the thing like, like The Thing. Can you trust what you're seeing? Can you trust who you know? Have the people that you've known been replaced by something? What is a monster and what is a man? And it's fascinating for me, at least, to think, have these people do these people still exist within what they've been turned into, or are they something completely new? Is what you're doing a kindness, or are you becoming monstrous in your choices in order to overcome the monsters? I think it's a fascinating ride. I definitely think it is worthwhile, especially if it's on sale. It's such a cracker of a game. Good.
So in my view, there's two different types of games. There's games with amazing stories and a way to still wakes the deep, and a way to touch your inner soul in ways that you've never experienced before. And then there's games with good mechanics that are just fun to play. I think we came from very different worlds.
I know.
Although I say that, I do like it.
It's
I love a good story. Yeah.
So I love stories. For my sins, my degree was in English literature and creative writing. So I love the art of telling a tale, spinning a yarn. And I feel that video games is such an interesting medium through which to play or at least distribute stories. Because what book have you read suddenly shuts itself when you're reading too slow, man? You can't get to this. You can't get to this yet. You're not ready for this. Whereas video games can have such an interesting way of like feeding you a story or feeding you a narrative. And then especially with games like BioShock, where you have participatory story. So you can choose to read notes or listen to audio logs, and you very much pick how much you... BioShock's a classically... BioShock has one of my favorite, creepy little gremlin weirdos. There's like a plastic surgeon, has some of the best lines. Honestly, great moment. If you can just, you don't even need to play it. Like, find the clip on YouTube. Be like, plastic surgeon, BioShock. Yes. So tense, and you're just like, oh God, what is this man doing? Where has he gone? He's in the water. He's in the walls. Great, love it. I think video games are a great way to explore narratives. I think for a lot of people, like God of War has been like a very, very touching narrative, particularly recently.
Yeah.
There's another game that's come out where there's like the guy and there's the robot girl, the AI little girl. I don't know I can't remember off the top of the head what the game is called, but that has like themes of like parenthood. So a lot of people are feeling like, I'm feeling emotions. Like, why do I care for the tiny pixelated person?
That was also a film.
I was going to say, I've seen that before.
There are many films. There's the recent one that's come out there's the kid that's AI, and then there's the other older film which is with a kid is AI, and loads of stories. But again, like I think it's really interesting when people touch on like humanity, what it is to be human, and for me particularly, the monstrous. What is a monster? Who are monsters? Are they made or are they developed over time? Who knows?
Well, if you want the complete opposite to that, Rayman Legends Retold is coming out on in October. I bloody love the Rayman Legends games. The music is so catchy. Bright colours, jumping around, lots of chaos going on. Yeah, just a bit of fun. That was announced at the Nintendo Direct. So.
That's a video game for me then. I do like a story. And I do like crafting stories myself. That's something you do or you should do if you make YouTube videos, is make a story, because that's a good way to keep people engaged. But in video games, I don't know. I'm trying to think of video games that I've played with a story that even when I've played like Fallout, and you get all of the backstory you find on the monitor things going all around. I'm like, do I have to read this? I just go and shoot nails into someone's face. It's much
skip in the dialogue like this. Click, 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 click. Okay, get out of the way. I'm here to play the game.
I'm here to shoot things and influence people.
Podcast title right there.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're going to wrap this up now, and we'll move on to other things. We're going to try and play some games between now and the next episode. Actually, I don't think Ross or Elle are going to try and play games, so they just naturally do it. I'm going to try to play a game. I have got a really good idea of the game that I want to play, but it's the second part. It's the sequel that I need to play. And I haven't played the original, so I've got to go and play the original and then catch up with the brand new sequel, which it's got a lovely, sweet story, but I'm not going to spoil it anymore. So where can people find Ross?
You can find me on Twitter. I am still a resident of Twitter at Rossbell__. And then I'm on Blue Sky, and I think my name is the Rossbell.Blue Sky. I don't know.
That's what we're going to call you from now on.
The Ross Bell. You can find all my other podcasts. I tweet about them all the time. So yeah, but just like and subscribe all of the stuff we do, because this is the most fun one, I'll be honest.
Excellent. Elle, are you still incognito?
Well, I mean, you can message me. It's indeterminate whether I'll answer. You can find me at Escaping IRL or Escaping Girl, or if you shorten it, just Elle. But yeah, the handle at Escaping IRL on various platforms. 'Tis I.
She's back on Instagram, first trapping the boys again with the pictures of her hair the other day.
That's on my private one, Ross. That's not on my Escaping IRL one.
Excellent. You can find me. I'm Lee at More Fun Making It and More Fun Fixing It on YouTube. You can also find me on Blue Sky as well, but just look for More Fun Making It or More Fun Fixing It, and that will lead you to all of the important stuff. You can also find links to all of this and to the Retro Hardware Discord. Do you know there's also a retro software club, or it's called RSC, and it's like a sister Discord to the Retro Hardware Discord for people that aren't that interested in recapping 45-year-old computers. So you could also go and do that as well. I'll leave a link to all of these different places in the description, and you can find us there. I don't think there's anything more to say. I want to leave us all on a high note. So, Elle, the theme tune, please.
Hit it.
Look, it'll always be that one.